gone. He did his first degree in Arabic and political science. And later on, he did his master's in management at the University of Ohio. He did a second degree in public administration, advisory committee on Islamic programs, and the chairman, the board of patrons of Ghana Muslim Academy. We are talking of Dr. Abdulai Issaka.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the world, most gracious, most merciful. Glory be to you, O God. Blessed is your name, and exalted is your majesty. And there is no God besides you. Peace and blessing be upon the Holy Prophet, Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the seal of the prophets. Peace be upon us all and on the righteous servants of God. I bear witness that there is no God but God alone. And I bear witness that Muhammad is his servant and messenger. Your Excellency, the First Lady of Ghana, the National Chief Imam, Al-Hajj Sheikh Nuhu Shagutu, Dr. Sheikh Ahmed Lemu, Director of Islamic Education Trust of Nigeria, and former Grand Qadi of Mina, Nigeria, Hajia Aisha Lemu, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, invited guests, brothers and sisters in Islam, all protocols observed. I greet you all with the Islamic fraternal greetings and salutation of peace, encapsulated in the words, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me seize the opportunity to thank the organizers who have bestowed on me the singular honor and the opportunity to deliver the keynote address of this august ceremony, the purpose of which is to inaugurate the Federation of Muslim Women's Association in Ghana with the acronym FOMWAG. Let me also seize the opportunity to be one of the very first to congratulate the executive and all members of the FOMWAG who come from the length and breadth of the country. I wish you well in all your endeavors and the numerous challenges ahead. Madam Chairperson, the time chosen for this inaugural ceremony could not have been more auspicious. For one thing, with Ramadan just around the corner, this ceremony, which is well conceived, well planned, well organized, exceptional in composition and character, national in outlook, and therefore an Islamic gathering with a difference is an excellent and fitting harbinger to the Islamic holy month of Ramadan. For another thing, taking place against the backdrop of recent conflicts between Muslim groups in the country, this gathering provides us with the opportunity to reflect on related issues and development. Madam Chairperson, the theme chosen for this gathering, the will to arise, Muslim women facing the challenges of the 21st century, is very appropriate indeed. With the next century just around the corner, it is about time Ghanaian Muslims rose from their slumber and got their acts together. Like this one, recent Islamic gatherings suggest that Muslims are gradually warming themselves to face the challenges of the century. For instance, the 4th National Ramadan Conference held in Tamale last weekend was under the theme Islamic Unity and Development towards the 21st century. Also, 2 Islamic gatherings held at Obuasi and Kumasi at the same time, where I was the speaker, examined what the future holds in store for the Muslims and the role of Muslims in Vision 2020, respectively. In my view, the issue of what the future holds in store for Ghanaian Muslims requires an examination of 3 interrelated questions, which I put before my audience. I would like the FOMWAG, which has expressed the will to arise, and for that matter, the Muslim community as a whole, to ponder over them. Madam Chairperson, now the questions. Question 1. Where are we as a community at the moment? Question 2. Where are we heading towards? Question 3. How do we get there? Madam Chairperson, let me repeat the question. Where are we as a community at the moment? Question. In my humble opinion, it becomes doubly difficult to determine what our next direction should be. And since we do not know exactly where we are heading towards, the situation of Ghanaian Muslims leaves much to be desired. Our problems include low interest rate, poverty, lack of unity, ethnicity, drug abuse, teenage pregnancy, high school dropout rate, non-observance of Islamic teachings and values, lack of tolerance leading to embarrassing religious conflicts, and lack of commitment to the development of the Islamic religion, and poor leadership. There is no doubt that the Islamic religion is a force to reckon with in Ghana. But sadly enough, the problems enumerated above, among others, have rendered the Muslims ineffective. The result, as I pointed out in a keynote address I delivered in Kumasi on 13th October 1994, is that, here I quote myself, Muslims are sometimes ignored, overlooked, toyed with, sidelined, and marginalized, unquote. A Ghanaian sociologist, Professor Nukunya, in his book, Tradition and Change in Ghana, has rightly observed that the influence of Muslims in Ghana is not commensurate with their number. Madam Chairperson, brothers and sisters in Islam, this is unfortunate. Madam Chairperson, this brief sketch gives a clear indication of some of the challenges facing the Muslim community as we slowly but surely enter the 21st century. It is in this light that the inauguration of the FOMWAG must be seen as timely and heaven-sent. We have been following your activities with interest and a big sense of appreciation. We are proud of you. We now know, some of us, that you are not going to poison the minds of our women. Some of us all along believed in you. We believed in the leadership, the modus operandi, and whatever it took to bring this into being. Now, for the men, the ball is in our court. One challenge that I heard from the Emira is that they will be talking to us in chambers. Please, let us listen and let us heed to whatever advice they gave. What has been recounted here is not new. Indeed, in history and in the Greek play of Lysistrata, there used to be two warring sections in a community. Tried, as everybody did, by the form of intervention, the men failed to heed and the war continued unabated. The women summoned courage. They came together and said, now, let us deny our men the beautiful things, everything that we have been given to them. And here I quote, it is said, let the men stew in their juice. Indeed, the women carried their threat, and it was no long. The men stopped fighting. I believe that you remember and teach your protection. We also founded and responded and home to the status of 1911. We surely want our women, and for that matter, the Muslims, to arise and shine. But as abolished by the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا. Quran chapter 13, verse 11. Let us therefore improve our socioeconomic conditions through the acquisition of education and the necessary skills. As a women's group, you are in a privileged position to discourage the appearance of such vices as teenage pregnancy to bear on the lifestyles of the members of our communities. That our cherished Muslim family member of the young female porters, as the Kayayi, or Kayayu, I'm told the plural is Kayayi, who parade and dwell on our streets are from Muslim homes. You ask the name, if it is not Amina, it is Aisha, it is Maimuna, and the rest. Madam Chairperson, this indeed is an indictment on the Muslim community as a whole. Madam Chairperson, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have used this language before. and I feel like repeating it here and now, but excuse my language, and that is the Kayayoization of Muslim children, and for that matter, Ghanaian children, is unacceptable. I repeat, the Kayayoization of Muslim children, and for that matter, Ghanaian children, is unacceptable. My research on this issue clearly indicates that some of our men who have checked their fatherly responsibilities with careless abandon are to blame. As I mentioned to my audience in Kumasi and Obuasi over the weekend, the government's well-thought-out Vision 2020 has a lot of promise for our country if we all play our respective roles. As we are all aware, Vision 2020 and its related policies and programs aim at making Ghana a middle-income country by the year 2020. This is a noble objective indeed. But I'm afraid if we as a community do not change our attitude and approach to life, the Ghana Vision 2020 bus will get to its destination with only a few of us in it. This is because the vision and its related programs are human-centered, but we as a community do not give the necessary attention to the development of our human resources. We therefore risk being further marginalized and consequently being perpetually consigned to the role of hewers of wood and drawers of water in our own motherland and fatherland. This is an issue I would like the FOMWAG to address. Madam Chairperson, I believe that we as community can learn a few lessons from the Malaysian experience. As a predominantly Muslim country, Malaysia makes its human resource the cornerstone of its development programs. Consequently, it is not only doing well in its Vision 2020 program, but is very much on the threshold of a major economic breakthrough. Let us therefore develop and fully utilize our human resources. Let us go beyond our Makaranta system to acquire broad knowledge and skills so that we can contribute meaningfully to the socio-economic development of the country. We all have a role to play to make this possible. I mean our religious, community, opinion, and student leaders, ministers, parliamentarians, chiefs, ulama, women groups, NGOs, etc. Let us not fail in this all-important duty. Of course, the government and the Ministry of Education, for that matter, have a crucial role to play here. It is unfortunate that a good 40 years after independence, some heads of our public educational institutions make church attendance compulsory for all students, including Muslims. This is not only a clear violation of the constitutional right of Muslim students, but it reinforces some of the deep-seated prejudices about secular education among some Muslim parents. Muslim students and their parents are naturally unhappy about this. Unfortunately, our appeals to the Ministry of Education to rectify the situation have thus far yielded no result. But we are still hopeful that the necessary measure will be taken sooner or later to rectify this anomaly. I seize this opportunity as a member of a Muslim delegation that went to thank the head of state, President Lawrence, on the Muslim public holidays. When apprising of the situation, his reaction was that if this is true, then it is not right. Madam Chairperson, we are happy that this morning, we have in our midst very good ears, and we hope the message will be sent across. One thing that I was happy about when I was listening to the address of your Amira is how you cherish the Islamic tradition. I see around a sea of veils. The chairperson, for instance, anytime we went to her office at the University of Ghana, she had the veil on. This is a cherished Islamic tradition. And those of you who view the CNN, you probably would have realized that the Queen of Hearts, Prince Diane, at some point tried the veil. It looked nice. Probably if she were to live, she would have continued using it. Probably it would not be out of order during the interlude to try the veil, probably in chambers on our first lady. I see that Dr. Agnes said that if you educate a man, you educate an individual. So our women should arise and shine, and they deserve all our support. Let them arise and shine like a beacon light whose glitter is strong enough to do away with all the darkness and shadows that lurk in our Muslim community. This way, our community will be stronger and Ghana will be richer for it. Commit yourselves and be faithful to the cause of Islam at all times. Madam Chairperson, I now unveil what is my gift to the FOMWAG. I have taught and changed your acronym to the following. The F stands for faithful. The O stands for organization. The M stands for May. And the W stands for win. The A stands for Allah. G stands for glory. I have come with this. Use your acronym all right, but I have come with this. It's a copyright though. A faithful organization may win Allah's glory. A faithful organization may win Allah's glory. May Allah's glory be yours. Commit yourselves and be faithful to the cause of Islam. Remember what the Quran, chapter 3, verse 110 says. You are the best community ever raised. You enforce what is right, fight what is wrong, and believe in Allah. Finally, both Christmas and Ramadan fasting are just around the corner. Let me seize this opportunity to wish our Christian brethren a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. To the Muslims, I say, have a happy and soul-searching Ramadan festival. Ramadan fasting. FOMWAG, congratulations one more time. I wish you all a happy inaugural ceremony. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A takaice abin da ke tare da mu, wato akwai mas'ala guda uku. Yaya za mu je inda za mu? To shi na gwada kaman irin kuwa ba zai jana abin da ya sa mutum ba a cikin jajjan zaman mutu ya yi. Kuma ya ka gabin ya kawo ranani da wato dukan mutane na sa aka ba wani ne. Yau ba ne da zama ya zama musulma tana cikin sashe da suka gaba sosai. Don shi ya kamata kuma mai koyi. Ba mai koyi da su ba, abin da ta nuna ne, kayan da shi wani koyi da shi kamar wani boss. Boss yana da wani gari da ta. To, ina da hudu ba, wani koyi ne za ka ke wannan boss za ka ke inda ya kamata ka ke ba da mu musulmi. Wannan kuma Allah ya kiyaye. Ya kamata mu gyara wannan. Assalamu alaikum.